or pre the 30s were rabbits, and then post we switched to the chickens.
Because of the development of that Cornish cross bird. So
Gotcha.
they're able to commercialize it and put it out on a huge scale. But why rabbit, right?
Yeah.
Why rabbit?
Rabbit.
Because it's healthy. Okay, so let's go back. So if you go to the history of that, you go back to World War II era, pre-1940. Tyson actually was started by a guy in I believe it was 1935. Okay, so we're talking pre-1940s.
Oh wow!
Because after World War II, there was a switch. But you have to keep in mind during World War II, food was rationed, right? So if you wanted to go buy, you had certain items that if you wanted to buy them, they were rationed. So you couldn't buy all you wanted, let's say. But once they developed this particular chicken, which actually happened just after the end of World War II, then you're looking at where it really became a thing was between 1948 and 1951 is when they really started pushing this. And there was like a World Fair, and they were showing these chickens at the World Fair.
Yeah.
By 1960, this Cornish Cross chicken was the standard of chicken, and from 1960 on, that's what we've been eating.
Wow.
The thing is, prior to that, chicken was considered a delicacy. It was a treat. Because the most popular meat in the United States prior to that was rabbit.
Ooh.
So we don't know that now. We're thinking, oh my gosh, we're trying to eat people's pets. No. Rabbit was the meat source.
Yeah.
Because it is sustainable. You can raise it in small quantities. You can raise it in larger quantities. So until that happened in the late 1940s with the Cornish Cross, it was rabbit.
It was rabbit.
So you had that happen where all of a sudden, because commercially, the chickens were easier to produce than the rabbits. So you have these large commercial operations. It was a lot easier to stuff a bunch of chickens in a small space than it was the rabbits. Then you kind of had the transition of rabbit becoming a food source to then people, now they're pets. Rabbits are prey animals. A lot of rabbits actually don't make very good pets at all.
Some do.
Some do. Some are great, but I would not say the majority are.
Yeah, my sister had one, and it was not good.
Yeah, and a lot of people have that experience, but they retain a lot of their prey instincts. As much as we've, as humans have tried to breed it out of them. And there are some breeds that do better as pets than others. But for the most part, I would say selectively good pets. But overall, they don't really make good pets. They weren't designed for that way. So if you believe in this whole, we all have a purpose, everything on the planet has a purpose. Some things are here to provide food for other things. Rabbits are one of those things. Now, having said that, I love rabbits. I absolutely love them. I snuggle with them. I kiss my rabbits. I pet my rabbits. I get it.
Almost everything on the planet is here to provide food
for
something else.
In some way, shape, or form.
Like literally almost everything.
For sure.
So it's just people get in their heads and sit and think that death is terrible and
preference.
It shouldn't be, and